you already started?
Yeah, we can just
All right,
cut this one. Who are you internally? This is something we're very excited to talk about since we read a lot of Robert Greene and we're very interested in the psychology. So why don't you start us off?
Yeah, Robert Greene is one of my, if not one, or
my one.
Yeah, he's my number one favorite author besides every person in the Bible. But that's like a big author. Yeah, completely different off topic. But Robert Greene, I did actually a speech on him yesterday in my English class, and he was really talking about, or what I talked about was understanding like your morals of how he promotes manifestation, but understanding to use it as a tool instead of a weapon. A lot of people use manipulation as a weapon instead of a tool, and this can go hand in hand with finding who you are and understanding what your morals are, how you're going to apply it to your everyday business, what you're going to do in order to gain clients. Are you going to upcharge them a certain amount for a certain product? Are you just going to give it to them free? What is your overall like moral aspect of that?
100%. And the way I've kind of found out who I am internally, as corny as this sounds, is ChatGPT. I did some prompt. It was like, ask me, it was crazy, 50 questions because I want to figure out who I am. So it took me like 2-3 hours. But then after that, I was like, all right, gauge my weaknesses, my strengths. And I figured out one of my biggest weaknesses is actually not being able to open up to people, because I'm very smart. I understand a lot of these people in today's world, they want you for something. Like for us, they just want to be with us, roll with our group, so they'll do whatever they can to get into us. So opening up, I've actually been too defensive. So sharing a weakness is one of my ways I've actually been able to open up. And one of my weaknesses, I'm not very much a man of my word. Like I say I'll be here in a certain time. I say I'll be here at 8 a.m. I'm there at 8:15.
This kid
I'm there
today,
at 9.
I texted him last night. I was like, all right, so we're going to the gym. Bro, I'm going to be there. Trust me, bro. And I'm like, all right, bro, it's how bad you want it. Text me, I'm going to sleep in. I was so mad. I was so unbelievably pissed off at that, but it doesn't really matter.
If I go missing, you know why.
He's
GeoGuessr, come get me.
I'm gonna throw him.
Be buried back there. Find me.
But one of the things that I say I struggle with one of my personality traits is that I'm too open with my problems. Like he said, he's not very open sometimes. He doesn't like to show his cards. For me,
I just like to keep things kind of surface level. Like I'm so scared to just really because I've been in situations where I've been too vulnerable and they attacked me, so I've kind of built a mask around that.
One of the things for me is that I spread out my cards too quick, too fast, especially with say like people that are say friends of mine. I would spread out all my cards. I would put all my trust into them, but I never would hide some things. I would just lay it all out. I would give them all my problems. I would tell them exactly how to hurt me, and that's what they would do. One of my best friends when I was like in 8th grade or 7th grade, he ended up dating this girl that I had a crush on for probably 2 years behind my back for a year, and then once they broke up, he finally told me, but he knew that I liked her for this elongated period of time. I would tell him every single day, I'd be like, bro, like, I think this time's gonna be it. Like, I really like her. Like, we're getting to know each other more. All that XYZ. And then he was like, yeah, screw you. Then he started dating her because he knew that 100%. I wanted her, but he wanted to like gatekeep.
He wanted to like one up me basically.
Exactly.
And I'll tell another story. I've been in the exact same situation. So I like this girl, Allie Alexander, and I had this.
Call her out.
Call her out.
All right.
I'm opening up myself. I'm different. And then I tell my friend Nick about it because I thought I could trust this kid. And you know, what does he do? You know, he's known her longer, so he basically manipulates her over to his house, fucking makes out with her for the purpose of getting at me because, I don't know, something against me. Like, he had all the leverage. And like it's not really a big deal, but it's just one of those things. Just be careful who you open up to, but
Yeah.
also don't be so defensive you can't open up to someone, because then you'll never build real connections. It'll be surface level. No one will think you're funny or interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I've learned
Like,
from Robert Greene.
We
is
could
to
talk
get-
about the law, like never act too perfect.
It was like a bunny. It scared me.
Yeah, like never act too perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's such a mask. I'll let you talk a little bit about
Yeah, so one of the things that I've learned from Robert Greene heavily is that you kind of have to understand people. You have to understand the root, like the root
Why
of
they
them.
do things.
Like you have to
What
see
is the
through
reason
all
for
of their
why?
masks, all of their personas, and you have to get down to the bottom of it.
flesh. Yeah.
One of the first things that I ask people, whether it's on like Snapchat or in person, say I'm really trying to get to know someone, I go for what they are vulnerable for. It sounds manipulative. It sounds like that's kind of crass and harmful to do to someone, but the thing is that I'm understanding them at a deeper level, so I can interact and I can help them at a deeper level instead of just giving them surface advice like, damn bro, just like move on with that
Like,
girl.
just go
like,
to the
tough.
gym, bro.
Yeah,
Just-
I understand it at a deeper level. Bro, those birds are fighting. I understand it at a deeper level. I'm like, hey bro,
Yeah.
I understand that girl hurt you to a certain extent. Why did she hurt you? Why do you feel like she did this to you? X, Y, Z,
Yeah,
and I get
exactly.
to the bottom
Like
of
you
it.
can't just be like, all right, bro, move on. Like you gotta really connect with them, because
Yeah.
a lot of the people, like why it's like they're not gonna change unless it's their idea, basically. So you need to connect with them on that deeper level, find out their why, and really push them from the root up.
Yeah, you have to find their why. It's not your why at the end of the day. If you're trying to change someone or persuade them, you have to find their why, use that to your advantage, use it as a tool to then curve it to what you want. If that doesn't really make a lot of sense, I understand why, but like say a doctor's trying to sell something. Maybe he'll be like, hey, you have this problem, this fixes it, it's gonna fix your problem, I'm going to help you fix it, and I'm going to make the sale. That could be also for like a supplement store, or like someone just renovate a kitchen. You don't like your kitchen now, I'm going to renovate it for you. You're gonna be happy, this is your why. You wanna have a better kitchen, I'm gonna renovate it, but it's gonna charge you.
Exactly, because in every situation I've noticed, it's like there has to be some sort of value. Like the simplest example, you go to the store, you want to buy some milk, it costs money because you're buying a product for value. So with friendship, with people, it has to be value. Nothing is free. If someone's just giving you gifts, they're being overly nice, they just love you, they're offering all this, that is not free. They want something from you. Like our friendship, we had value in a way, like, oh, I drove him last week, he drove this week. It's just small value exchanges. So if you understand that, say you're at the club, you want to get with some girl. So what do? You offer, hey, come to my table, I'll buy a champagne. That's the value. You buy her the champagne, then she goes home later and returns the favor with sex. Because in her mind, there has to be a value exchange. She feels like she owes you something. And that's a pretty harsh example, but there's value exchange everywhere. Pay attention to that and the energy within it.
My mom used to be an investigative reporter, and she taught me that exact lesson because she was talking to me about how pedophiles or other people that take advantage of others, how they work. This is exactly how they work. They give you something over and over and over. They're paying
here's
you
money.
They're
Go
paying
buy
you
that toy.
Here,
Buy this.
here,
buy that.
here, and then
They feel like they owe
they're
you
in
something.
debt.
They
They're in
gave
debt,
me-
so then they have to pay you even
they
more
gave me-
more than
exactly.
what you gave. So say some guy's talking to a girl, he's like, hey, I'm gonna buy you flowers, I'm gonna buy you this, I'm gonna buy you that, I'm gonna take you out to this place, I'm gonna take you on an adventure. Eventually she's gonna be like, oh, I can trust this person, I'm in debt to him, so I have to pay it back, whether that's with a sexual activity like he said, or with her love or something else. She has to pay it back. It's a psychological thing that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's the debt theory. A lot of people don't understand that, and that's why they get
Very
trapped in such manipulative relationships, because they have the good times, and then once
Because
it
they
starts
just
getting
dump
bad,
all this love and gifts on them,
All
and
of
then
it.
they're in like eternal debt. For example, when you give, say Jack owes me $10, and every day I'm say, yo, where's my $10? it's gonna get to a point where he feels like, say it's been a month, he feels like he owes me 30 because that guilt is just pushing on him to the point where I'm like, yo, I don't want $10, I want 20. And he's gonna be like, okay, that's fair because of the law of debt. I don't know what it's called. We're gonna call it the law of debt.
Yeah, it sucks because people can use this against you so easily.
There's no really counter to it.
I mean, the only counter is
seeing
that
it before it happens.
Seeing it, understanding, okay, they're doing this to me. I'm gonna let it happen, but I'm not gonna consciously be like, oh, I'm in debt to them. I'm just gonna let them feed into it, because a lot of people say, like, people online say you're a girl watching this and you're texting some guy and he's like, babe, I think you're so hot. I think you're so hot. Like, oh my gosh, you do all these things to me. Like, blah blah blah. And then he's like, the girl say you feel infatuated. You're like, oh my gosh, like this guy actually cares about me. And then he's like, yo, can you send? And you're like, well, I guess. And then you send to him. And then another day,
value exchange.
You send to him again. And then again, and again,
you send to him. Now he feels, oh, you're so beautiful, your body, oh, like flowers.
And then he doesn't care because he's getting paid a million times over. A million times over from this debt. He just gave you flowers or good morning text or validation, and you're paying him back 20 billion times fold, bro. You're just like, here's my love, here's my attention. That's like how
men work. Like,
that is exactly how men work.
It might not look manipulative, but see through the mask. Okay, so in the guy's perspective, look at this, stay with me. All I have to do is send them good morning text them 5 to 10 times a day, give them unique compliments, and they get their free nudes, do whatever the hell they want with it, do all that, send it around, be a weirdo. So for them, all they have to do is send 10 good, well-crafted texts. That probably takes up 10 minutes of energy throughout their day. While this girl, that's going to be dragging on her mind with guilt and shame.
Why isn't he responding to me?
Why did I do that?
Oh my God, he's not responding to me.
So
shit, he sent it to the entire school. The bar stool now has it.
So in the male gaze,
you're cooked. Bro, there are so many cars on this road.
So in the male gaze, all he had to do is use that tiny bit of energy, and he stole all that fucking energy from her, getting texts from her and her friends. You're all this, you're all that, and he feels so important.
That energy.
He owns that. You can't take it back.
You can take energy from people so easily, and we'll tie this in back to business. But say you give a product, say for me, I give a free product, a free ebook on tips and tricks on how to get into working out. Someone feels in debt to me because I gave them free advice. They may not think it, but subconsciously they do a little bit. Or if I'm making content creation, I'm giving them free advice, I'm giving them free motivation. A lot of people text me and they're like, bro, thank you so much, you've helped me so much, like you've actually changed my life, like thank you for anything. And then I ask them, hey, what do you guys think, or what do you think I should do for XYZ? What do you think I should do for this video?
Like, X? Boom. Oh,
and they're like, oh yeah, bro, I got you.
Oh,
and then
my
boom.
program perfect for you.
Yeah.
Because when you buy a course, you were almost manipulated into buying it. It's like,
it's through trust.
Like, you
That's
don't
why
really
you buy
need any courses. Like, the course to life is just out here. It's just living. But you see these guys, like he's like, all right, he attacks you for a certain reason, and then he gives you all that free value so you feel obligated to buy it. It's not because he's a bad person, it's because he's a smart person. He understands how the psychology of money works. And that's the reason they want to buy your course, because you got all this value and he proves it with results, so you owe him something.
Yeah, so you can tie this into literally anything in your entire life. Relationships, money, business, literally anything with that.
Woman.
But the thing is that we'll go back to the morals of it, and are you going to scam someone? That's up to you to decide. Are you going to sell them a legitimate course that will benefit them their entire life?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Is that morally correct or not? Are you going to do that to a woman? You can do it. You can do it. Trust me, you can. It's been done. It's been done for centuries. But are you going to do it because it's a moral code? The camera is currently sitting on my Bible. I read my Bible. I go off of that. That is my moral code. That is my moral compass. I'm not going to be blasphemous. I'm not going to sell someone something that isn't true, like a snake oil product.
Exactly.
Or I'm not going to exploit someone just for my benefit. That is not who I am.
And the thing is, you don't know who you're dealing with. That's why we read people like Robert Greene and all these psychologists, so we get a grasp. Because if you put the wrong person in your life, someone who acts like your friend with their moral code being absolutely destroying you, screwing you over, taking your girl, that's what's gonna happen if you don't see through the mask. You don't use the law of exchange, the law of debt. If you don't see through these things, that's why you need to study all the RG in the world. You will get fucked over in life, and life will be simply worse for you.
Your ass will get handed to you
Like-
over and over again.
Like, you don't have to have someone to take your bitch who you thought was your friend for you to see it. You can watch this video now, read a Robert
Learn
Greene
from
book.
us. Learn from our mistakes. We have made so many
Don't get your
mistakes.
bitch taken because you're dumb and you don't look into things, bro.
You gotta be kind of quiet. You gotta be kind of masked with it, and then once you have it masked, and then you start approaching her and all that sort of stuff, then you can make it official or
Like,
something.
don't go
but
telling your buddy about it.
Yeah,
like,
just-
you don't know what his intentions are
just
yet.
know that once you go like public with a relationship,
You're
there
gonna
will
get
be like
attacked.
5 guys that
Five guys
hit her up
immediately want to hop on her.
just because she's in a
Like
relationship.
the Archie, the
Yeah.
Salazar, like
Salazar.
couldn't be more clear, bro.
Yep, but
I think we're
yeah, that's
we're not
pretty
gonna
much
go
the
too
end of the
long.
video. I hope you guys did
So
enjoy.
we'll have our links down in the bio,
Links
but
in the bio.
thank you guys for watching.
Yep. Let us know if you guys want us
Comment
to
for new ideas.
Yeah,
too.
new ideas. We love to hear them. So, love you guys. Peace out.
out.
Next Uncut is soon.